Hi, my name's Glen Smith. I am the Mathematics, Science and Digital Technology Head of Department at McAuley. Okay, I've been teaching it in McAuley now for 20 plus years, and the moment I heard that they were basically, CEO was planning on opening a new high school in McAuley, it just excited me. And I just wanted to be a part of it. It's just something that doesn't come along often in a person's career. I've known people who've done it. I went, yeah, I want to do that. I'm very much about giving kids chances, and opportunity is probably the better thing. I wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't teachers giving me opportunities when I was at high school. And to me, it's just a great opportunity. Over my 23 years teaching in McAuley, I've developed an extensive experience with the senior end of high school, specifically mathematics and physics. I've also spent a lot of time working for the QCAA in those years. It's given me a lot of knowledge of what is required for students to be successful at that end. I've also now come to the conclusion for students under our new system in Queensland, a lot of stuff has to be transferred back into Year 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's my plan. I'm going to go in there and take my knowledge of the end to develop the students at McAuley's skills so that they can ultimately be more successful at the end from the very start. As you already know or aware, I've spent 23 years in McAuley. I spent the first 23 years of my life growing up in Townsville. I was primarily educated by the Christian Brothers, though I did spend some of my early primary school years with the Sisters of Mercy, and was lucky enough to be actually taught by two of them, which were both actually wonderful experiences. I also, I suppose funnily enough, have a cousin who's a Sister of Mercy. So I found that was actually a really nice little link with the new school. I suppose apart from teaching mathematics, my other great passion is rugby, or rugby union, and watching the Reds. The school, even though it's new, has a lot of history. And that history is of very scientific nature. And even though I'm really a maths guy, and I've got science is my side enjoyment, my dream for this place is to honour that history and to make the maths and the science side of McAuley the best it can be, and probably eventually to have us as the school of choice to send your students to when it comes to teaching maths and science. That's my dream. In the end, I just want to be the best, and yeah, it's as simple as that. So obviously we've got a pretty broad area. Most of my experience teaching-wise is obviously with mathematics and science, and I've always had this, like, science-wise, students, or I should say children really, because it's from the moment, from their early childhood, they always have this curiosity about wanting to understand things, right? And actually, they're always carrying out essentially little experiments for their entire lives, collecting data and making decisions about what's actually going on, right? They innately want to ask questions. And so we're going to build on that. And that's what Year 7, 8, 9, 10 science is about, building on those questions they want to ask, exploring all those wonderful aspects of science, whether it be chemistry, physics, biology, geology to an extent as well. And honing those skills that they have for the scientific inquiry into something that's going to become very useful to them later on, so they can actually become successful with their science. And they also, look, in the end, there's going to be these 4 amazing labs in the science department. One of them has an amazing amount of history, which I can't wait to actually get a class into and work in, just because of that. But we're talking about 4 beautifully new labs to an extent, fully resourced, giving students every chance to actually explore those ideas about science. For the mathematics side of my position, which is in the end probably my passion, a lot of people have negative images, thoughts, feelings about doing mathematics. What I've tried to do through my entire career is for students to develop and see the beauty that's actually there within the mathematics. And I suppose to some extent, do the mathematics for the mathematics' sake. In a way, I equate mathematics to poetry. Poetry is there and it's beautiful and we want it and we experience it. Mathematics is exactly the same. And that is my major aim with students. And students are, as I said with the science, are innately curious. So yeah, I'm going to develop that curiosity. We want to develop that, explore mathematics, explore the problems that are there to be explored. And in the end, it just comes down to the belief every student can do it. If we give them the opportunity and we teach them, and show them where they need to go. And to me, that works for science as well, but as I said, it's the negativeness that people have of mathematics that I want to get rid of, and everyone's going to be able to do the maths. We're in a place which has been used for science, and actually it's a big part of this town. It's been a big part of this town for 50 plus years, and the students at that point are going to be surrounded by the history of the actual structure of that room. But there are also a lot of scientists in this town who've worked in that lab, and there will be opportunities, I'm sure, for us to bring them back and have them talk to the students and interact with the students. Give students some insight into what really happens in a real lab, and hopefully encourage some of them to go on to bigger and better careers in the scientific world. I've always believed not only that if we get it right, every kid, every student in that room can succeed. And I truly love what I'm doing. I truly try and bring that through in how I teach, my enthusiasm, my love of even some of the tiniest things that happen with the numbers, or how a piece of mathematics amazingly just has something, the little links that happen, just the small things are beautiful. How something will fall together, how things piece together and eventually end up being something that's almost hard to, it's hard to fathom the beauty until you see it. And when you see the beauty, your life has changed. What it comes down to is I'm just so looking forward to taking this opportunity to get in there with Year 7s, take these students from the 11, 12-year-olds they are now, and take them to the end of Year 12 and give them the opportunities to open up to anything they want to do. And to me, that's where science and maths can lead you. And in the world we live in, digital technology. All three of those are going to give students a chance to go anywhere they want. And that in the end is what we do. We give opportunities, we give choices, and we give chances. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm just looking forward to the fun. Every day is going to be fun.